All right, everybody, thank you for joining me here this evening. The time is 6:44 p.m. Eastern, 5:44 p.m. Central, and we have a live look at a tornado-warned storm close to Windham, Ohio, that is currently rotating very impressively and could drop a tornado at any second if it hasn't already. If you are included in this tornado warning, make sure that you are seeking shelter now. This does include the city of Warren, Ohio. So if you're in Warren, make sure that you are taking shelter because this is a very dangerous storm. Again, it is very close to producing a tornado if it is not already. The rotation on it is some of the most impressive we've seen all day, I would see. I would say, not I would see. But anyway, like I said, this rotation is getting dangerously close to the Windham area. It's going to continue to head off to the north and the east here, go towards Southington here. Probably going to go towards the Champion Township area down the line. Phalanx, however you pronounce that. So all these areas in this tornado warning do need to be taking cover immediately. Again, this is a tornado warning now. This tornado warned supercell is currently about to cross Interstate 80 if it has not already, and it may be producing a tornado. So make sure that you are on the lowest floor possible of a sturdy building in preferably in a room away from windows in the middle of the house. All right, if you don't have a basement, then make sure that you're just getting in the middle of the house and somewhere like a closet or a bathroom without a window. And if you're in a mobile home, you do need to evacuate because mobile homes are not built to withstand tornado force winds. So you gotta evacuate and find a more substantial shelter. There's the new velocity scan, and that may be a debris signature. It doesn't really match up with the velocity couplet though, so I'm not thinking that that is. But it could be. I'm honestly not too sure. So, again, we have a possible tornado on the ground here. I'm going to put a big old question mark on this one. I don't think that that's a debris signature, but this is still a very impressive, tight area of rotation here near Windham, Ohio. And this is almost certainly about to produce a tornado, if it has not already, once again. I am trying to load up stream chat here, everybody, but unfortunately my Wi-Fi has been just the worst today. I can't seem to load anything. I'm surprised it even let me go live. But unfortunately, I will most likely not be able to read stream chat today because my Wi-Fi is just absolute garbage right now for some reason. So, sorry about that. But yeah, we do have a tornado-warned storm here, possibly a tornado on the ground close to Windham, Ohio. Sorry about the background noise. That's my mom playing piano. I wish I could find a way to fix that, but I don't think I have one. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just going to be in the background now for a while. Alright, anyway, tornado-warned storm again, possibly a tornado on the ground close to Windham, Ohio at the minute. Again, I am trying to load up stream chat here, but unfortunately my Wi-Fi is being very slow for some reason. So, sorry about that. I'll continue to try to get it up here, but I can't make any guarantees, unfortunately. Again, this is about to cross over Interstate 80 and Highway 303 along Windham here, so seek shelter immediately if you are included in this tornado warning. So anyway. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the stream chat here. Again, sorry about the background. That's my mom just playing piano. Again, there's your possible tornado on the ground. It'll be located somewhere in here now, west of Windham. So you need to be taking cover now, especially in Windham, but anywhere in this tornado warning, you should be taking cover. And yeah, that is definitely a debris signature. Alright, guys, we've got a tornado on the ground. This is a confirmed large tornado on the ground, and wow, that velocity scan. Okay, again, we have a large tornado on the ground in Windham, Ohio. Again, this is producing damage. It's sending debris into the air, thousands of feet up, and that's what we're looking at right there. That's called a debris signature. On the correlation coefficient, that shows us that there are pieces of homes, trees, power lines, shingles that are being thrown up into the air by this tornado, and then, they kind of reflect back on the correlation coefficient to us here. I'm going to try to disconnect from my Wi-Fi and hop back on because I seriously don't know why it's being so slow on my iPad but working just fine on my computer. So I'm going to try to fix that. I really need to update that stream title, so hopefully it decides to work. Alright. Okay. Sorry, I'm connecting back onto my Wi-Fi here. But again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. There's no question about it now. That is 100% a debris signature. So you should be taking shelter. Again, this is a very dangerous storm producing a tornado. And possibly a large tornado. So we're watching this incredibly closely here. This is the first confirmed tornado that we've had today, I do believe. Alright. And yeah, my Wi-Fi is still just deciding to be the absolute worst right now. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to read the stream chat or update the title of the stream, which stinks very badly. Oh, there we go. Alright, it loaded. Perfect. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to update the stream title, because that's, you know, I need to get the message out. They did just update that tornado warning. It is now observed. This is a confirmed... Oh my gosh, this is PDS. This is a large, life-threatening tornado on the ground. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. This is a huge tornado. Hold on, I'm updating the stream title. Wow. Yeah, this is a massive tornado on the ground. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. This is a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Gotta watch out. Did a very bad job at circling that, but you can see the debris there east of Mahoning now. So again, this is a confirmed large and destructive tornado on the ground. Impact, you are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Take cover now. Again, this is a large tornado on the ground doing damage in eastern Ohio, near the city of Warren. Hopefully this goes to the north of Warren, but you should be taking shelter anyway. And, alright, I'm going to go ahead and message Mr. Storm here, because he needs to know about this. Alright, again, sorry about my, the background noise. That's my mom playing piano. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we have a large tornado on the ground currently, off to the north and the east of Windham, Ohio. This is still on the ground, doing damage, moving up towards Phalanx. And, yeah, I mean, this is insane. Again, this is a PDS tornado. I did not think they were going to update to this to PDS, but they did. At 6:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous... They came on the local news again. Yeah, this is definitely newsworthy. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Garrettsville, or 10 miles west of Warren, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. You're in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris may be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed. Considerable damage to homes, businesses, and vehicles is likely, and complete destruction is possible. Again, this is potentially the most dangerous situation you will find yourself in your entire life. This is a PDS tornado, large tornado. This is not a normal tornado. The National Weather Service has recognized this as a strong and potentially large tornado on the ground, doing damage to portions of northeast Ohio. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. This is a life-threatening situation. This is something you will most likely never find yourself in again, a tornado like this, if you are in this. So, just for reference, all right, kind of just to put this into perspective here, yesterday we had several tornadoes. All right, we had a couple of large tornadoes even. We had some that are doing have been reported to do tons of damage around the Midwest, and not a single one of those got the PDS tag, but this did. So this is one of the again, this is a very dangerous, life-threatening situation. Okay, luckily, it looks like the debris ball suddenly just disappeared off of the correlation coefficient, which is so good to see. Alright, that is definitely good. We may still have a little bit of debris in the air northwest of Phalanx, but we gotta wait for the velocities to update to confirm. But this, yes, okay, it has lifted. This tornado has lifted now. But you need to remain alert. Stay in shelter. This is still a incredibly dangerous storm that may recycle another tornado. And again, there is still debris in the atmosphere, right? It's not done. There is still flying debris near Phalanx. Those little bounce, bounce, bounce sounds that you're hearing like every 5 seconds now, those are severe thunderstorm warnings. I would be covering those, but this is obviously a much more active and ongoing situation. For a few minutes there, I mean, that was very concerning. So it was dropped down sometime around 5:43 and it just lifted. It was on the ground for only about 10 minutes, which is good. If it went on for any longer, it would have been heading towards a more populated area here, towards like Delightful, Southington. And again, it could recycle and drop back down. But at the minute, it is looking like this might have lifted. Again, you should be staying in shelter in this tornado warning. This is still a PDS tornado warning from the National Weather Service. This is not a normal storm. This is a tornado-producing storm, even a large tornado-producing storm. Again, it cut pretty much right through the west side of Windham, however you pronounce that, unfortunately. And it went through the east side of Mahoning, and it was about to go through Southington and Delightful, possibly. So it's a very good thing that this, again, has possibly lifted. I don't want to say it's guaranteed to have lifted, but it looks like it definitely has, at least from the correlation coefficient. There is still a very minimal amount of debris in the atmosphere there, it looks like, near Delightful. But again, this has lifted, but that was a very large tornado. One of the larger ones we've seen on stream in a while. We'll have to wait to see damage reports come out of that. Because, I mean, that was, again, very concerning there for a few minutes. Again, that was a confirmed tornado on the ground for at least 10 minutes. Yes, this was PDS. You kind of joined, Mr. Storm. It was like last time you joined, too, and the tornado had just lifted. That kind of just happened again. This tornado did just lift, it looks like. And yeah, they did just now downgrade the tornado warning to radar indicated. But yes, we did have a PDS tornado on the ground for about 10 minutes. For anybody that's not aware what a PDS tornado is, it is a warning that is issued by the National Weather Service when there is a large and potentially damaging tornado on the ground. And we had one of those about a few seconds ago. And the velocity couplet's looking a little bit more impressive again. So this could even try to recycle like we were talking about. That is a very real possibility with this storm. And this tornado warning does remain in effect for Southington, Champion Township, Cortland, Kinsman, and Hartford, as well as Fowler in Ohio, and Mecca and the Johnston Township area. So you should be staying in shelter. Again, this is still a very dangerous storm. I mean, look at that, guys. That is such an interesting, shape there. That was a very real hook echo. We just couldn't see it because that tornado was definitely rain-wrapped. It's pretty good there. But, I mean, we can see it now. Even when it's weaker now, it is still a very impressive hook. And, again, this was a PDS tornado, so we've still got quite a bit of rotation east of Southington. So that was insane. I hopped on here because I saw that velocity scan. Alright, we were on here a few minutes before it dropped down. It was one scan before this. We saw it on the ground, or we saw the velocities, and they were intense. And then, I mean, it just got worse and worse. And there was a huge correlation coefficient drop for a little bit, alright? It was a little bit bigger a scan before this, but you can see it there. It was a big tornado, it looks like. That's not the actual size of the tornado. That is the size of what the debris ball looked like. The debris that the tornado was picking up. But yeah, that was insane. I don't know when the last time was that we covered a PDS. That would have been like over a month ago, I'm pretty sure. Probably back in March during the Ohio outbreak. I remember there's a PDS in Kansas that we covered, but... And you know, it's ironic. I don't want to say it's funny, because that's bad, but it's definitely ironic that yesterday we had a massive tornado outbreak happen in the Midwest, and we didn't get any PDS tornadoes. But today, we have one tornado in the entire day, and it was PDS. It's just, you know, it's a terrible thing to see. Man, that was crazy there for a few moments. Again, this could drop back down. There's a very real possibility of that. It's still got such an impressive hook with it. And... hold on. Okay. I was worried that might have been a new debris ball that popped up on reflectivity. This here, I thought it might have been, but no, that is just rain. I want to see this next velocity scan here. This will be very interesting. Again, sorry for the background noise. That's just my mom playing piano. And yeah, that is still rotating quite a bit there as it approaches the Champion Township area. You should still be taking cover immediately. That is a very dangerous situation. What even, I combined like 3 words there. I tried to say we do even, and I said would even. We do even have a little bit of rotation near Cambridge, Ohio. It's not tornado warned, but just thought I'd go ahead and point that out. This is a pocket of very high winds close to East Liverpool, Ohio. The actual pocket of high winds is in West Virginia. This is half a degree off the surface, so this is elevated, but we've got winds up to 90 miles per hour, half a degree off the surface, which is very significant. So, you know, earlier we did see those PDS severe thunderstorm warnings. We might even get another one of those because of the magnitudes of these winds. They're now 95 to 100 miles per hour. Again, that's half a degree elevated. Those are not what the surface winds are like. But still, I mean, that's very dangerous. You need to be taking cover if you're in this severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour winds. This is a massive severe thunderstorm warning box. Includes parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Right now, I'm kind of focusing on this more now that the tornado is lifted. This near East Liverpool is very concerning, and unfortunately, it's looking like a little bit of it, of southern East Liverpool at least, is going to get scraped by this. Like areas like Chester, Lawrenceville, you're probably not going to get the worst of it, but you could still see some very damaging winds, potentially up to 70 miles per hour, so you should be taking shelter. And unfortunately, that is a very populated area, obviously, so that's not great to see. Going back to our tornado warned storm here, again, if you are now tuning in, this has previously produced a large and destructive tornado. This is to the north of Warren, Ohio. I know we do have a viewer in Youngstown. Youngstown is very close to this, so I'm sure that was a scary situation. New velocity scan coming in now. And yeah, that rotation is trying to fire up again near Champion Township, it looks like. So I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that you are staying in shelter right now. Again, we did have a PDS tornado on the ground, and it may recycle and become that again, possibly here. Again, I don't want to guarantee anything, but that is a very real possibility as this approaches the Champion Township area. Next, we're going to be concerned about the Windham area, alright? Then Mecca, alright? Mecca's one of the bigger towns up here. And I mean, we've already had quite a bit of destruction, it looks like, out of the Windham area, most likely. So, we don't have any damage reports yet. It is far too early for that, but obviously that is gut-wrenching to see, man. That's just really sad. And the fact that it may even reproduce again is obviously an even worse sight. Because, you know, how much more can happen, it feels like. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a recycling velocity couplet. This is trying to drop down another tornado. And there we go, guys. I think that's a debris signature. Yes, Mr. Storm, my mom is playing piano. Alright, we have got a tornado on the ground again. I'm going to go ahead and confirm this. That is definitely a debris signature. We have a tornado back on the ground northwest of Champion Township, Ohio. This is a very dangerous situation. We've already seen this storm produce a tornado, and it's about to, actually it already has produced another one here off to the north and the west of Champion Township, Ohio. Again, this is a tornado back on the ground. We talked about how it might recycle, and it did do that. So, you've had your warning. You have to take shelter if you want to guarantee your survival of this. Again, this is a tornado back on the ground. Hopefully the National Weather Service updates that warning soon, because this is definitely back on the ground. No doubt about it. It's right over Highway 45 most likely now. We're about to cross it anyway. And this is going to be heading up towards Windham, Mecca. Alright, very concerning situation here. Again, this is definitely a tornado on the ground. There's no question about it. This warning should really be updated back up to observed and possibly even PDS. Again, this is a tornado on the ground. This is a life-threatening situation. You have to take cover on the lowest floor of the building in an interior room. Waiting for this next radar scan here. And there's the reflectivity. And oh my goodness, look at that hook echo, man. Again, this is a massive tornado back on the ground again. Let's check the correlation coefficient. Oh, okay. It may have already lifted. I don't have any doubt that it was on the ground there. Or it definitely touched down for another second or two. The reason that I'm guaranteeing that now is because there is definitely remnants of debris. There is still flying debris in the atmosphere here. So you have to take cover. This did just reproduce a brief tornado. Luckily, it was nowhere near as big as the other one. But oh my gosh. This could still be on the ground. It just doesn't have a debris signature. I would almost bet money that's still on the ground. That is potentially even a more concerning velocity couplet than our last tornado, the PDS one I'm talking about. Again, sorry for the piano playing in the background. Anyway. Again, this is a tornado back on the ground. I would almost guarantee that. Or at least it was for a couple of seconds. And it did damage this time to the north side of Champion Township, most likely. We might see some reports out of that area. Local news is saying there was a touchdown along US 422 near Southington. Yeah, that was where the PDS was. That was very. Oh, actually, yeah. That would be another report. So thank you for telling me that. It looks like this was actually the second time it touchdown near Southington, and this is the third touchdown that we just had. So thank you so much for telling me that. Actually, yeah, this is where it would have produced. We just didn't see a debris signature, but yeah, I definitely believe that there was a touchdown. I definitely would not doubt it. So thank you for telling me that. We are waiting for this next radar scan here. Again, we still possibly have a tornado on the ground. We've had at least 3 that have cycled up from this supercell, so even if it's not on the ground, this thing can recycle so quickly. It's proven multiple times already. And, alright. The good news is we don't really have a debris signature. There could be maybe a little bit of debris very low down in the atmosphere. Let's check the velocities, though, and see how concerning they are. They'll be located somewhere around there, near Wildair. Maybe a little bit to the north of Wildair. Alright. Hopefully that updates soon, and there we go. Okay, so yeah, hopefully this is not a tornado on the ground. It looks like there's a good chance it's not on the ground anymore, but it's gonna, even if it's not on the ground, which it could be, it can drop back down so easily. It's still gonna be doing one gust close to 80 miles per hour, half a degree off the surface. So, surface winds are still gonna be pretty intense there. Also, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for 70 mile per hour winds for the Mesopotamia Township Williamsfield area. So seek shelter in that warning. There's also a little bit of rotation with that storm there. It's just not tight enough to produce a tornado yet. Let's actually look at the past 30 frames here and kind of see what this supercell looked like over time. Alright, so this was about when the tornado warning was issued. This is when I saw the tornado warning and came on stream. Or actually, this is where it dropped down. Went through the north side of Windham. That was when it was PDS. Then it lifted for a little bit. And then maybe it was on the ground the whole time here, all the way through Southington. So that actually may have not been another touchdown. It may have been on the ground this whole time. You think that's a possibility? But either way, there was a tornado somewhere around here, south of Southington, haha. Anyway, it continued to move northeast and made another touchdown somewhere near Champion Township, and now it's at this. Much less concerning rotation, luckily. You still need to be in shelter here. I mean, this is going to head right through Mecca, you guys. And the tornado could drop back down if it's not still on the ground. Again, if you're just now tuning in, we did have a large and possibly a strong tornado move through the Windham, Ohio area. This was a PDS tornado, meaning it was a particularly dangerous tornado. Particularly dangerous situation tornado. Again, this has been trying to rotate for quite a while now. It just hasn't quite gotten its act together here. But it looks like it is getting a little bit more intense as it approaches Windsor. So, again, you should be taking shelter anyway for those 70 mile per hour wind gusts. But we may see a tornado warning with that within now and between now and the next 10 minutes maybe. You're late? That's okay. We just had a massive tornado touchdown. And we still have a tornado warning for Trumbull County in Ohio. This will go over the Mecca area very soon. Cortland, you're going to be in the path of this in about 2 minutes. And then areas like Kinsman, you've got about 12 minutes. That is enough time to evacuate if you are in a mobile home and get to a more substantial shelter, which it's a necessity. Mobile homes are not a safe place to be during a tornado, and this storm has already produced at least a couple of tornadoes, so this is definitely capable of producing another one here soon, possibly. And wind. I mean, it's still rotating pretty good here, just not as impressively as it was, but that's not saying much. And, I really was not even planning on going live again for the Ohio area. I thought the next time I'd be live, if I went live again at all today, would be back over here in Kansas and Missouri, but no. Ohio, huh? Guys, I cannot even count how many Ohio tornado events we've had so far this year. And this is just another devastating one to add on to the list. The new velocity update is luckily pretty much signaling the death of this velocity couplet. It's already caused way too much damage, but luckily it is dying out now as it approaches Mecca. Stay in shelter, it could recycle. I know it sounds stupid me saying that, but I mean it happened. We watched it. And also this rotation near Windsor's dying. You should stay in shelter though, because there's still 70-mile-per-hour damage and wind gusts associated with that storm possibly. Same thing with this one east of East Liverpool. Haha, east of East Liverpool. This is doing damaging, possibly even destructive winds down here. Alright.
I'm taking him to practice. Dad wouldn't go to gas put him up.
Okay. So everybody, this tornado has lifted. Again, we had a huge tornado on the ground if you're just now tuning in. But I think we are going to end off the live stream here because there's outside of that storm and the 70-mile-per-hour winds, we really don't have anything going on at all. We do actually have a flash flood warning now for Perry County. That does include the new Lexington area, so don't drive, stay alive. And, yeah, I'm going to talk to Mr. Storm about what just happened, guys. So thank you all for